Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody. It's wonderful to be here tonight, and I just wanted to take you back about 3 weeks or so ago. Governor Patrick brought in all of the media, all the TV stations, one after another, and basically castigated myself, certainly, and my other two opponents that we're going to run a dirty, fear-mongering campaign. That we're going to go after the fear in everybody about what is going on right now, and really just run a campaign that is just going to go after the real negative stuff of what bothers Massachusetts residents. I don't see any fear in this room. I came here back before last summer, and there were probably about 20 people here. There are in excess of 60 people here tonight. There's no one that's afraid here. Our ranks are growing. It can't get any worse. We started at 11% of state registered voters as Republicans, but we're seeing new people coming to the party. The 9/12 folks, the people that are with Ron Paul, the Liberty Party folks and all different types that really want to make a difference. And that doesn't tell me that there's any fear here. So I don't know what the governor's talking about. It's politics as usual on Beacon Hill, and they just can't seem to break the mold these days. But I see a resurgence in Massachusetts because people are willing to get involved. People are not staying home. They're here tonight. This is a lousy night to be out on, but you're all here. And it runs the gamut here. There are a lot of young people, young students and I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here because my generation has really fouled up your future. And unless we make a change and we make some real serious differences right now, right here, right now, you will not have the same opportunity that I certainly had as a son of Massachusetts who got incredibly lucky in the business world and grew a business called Christys Markets. That we spanned really all of New England. We had 152 stores at one time. We served about 2 million customers each and every week. But you won't have that chance. You won't have that ability if government keeps on growing. And if you take a look at Massachusetts, and I always go back that as a governor, I am going to cut back the size of state government. It has to happen. In 1992, we had 84,600 state employees. 84,600. In 2008, we had 97,400 state employees. With all the advent, all the bounty that the internet gave us, all the productivity gains and all, we grew our labor force 15%. And if you adjust that for inflation on a monthly basis, that's about $119 million per month. So I have to cut back at least 10% of state workers. Anybody that comes into my administration will have to sign a waiver that they will never, ever seek to collect a state pension. I know I never will get a state pension while serving as governor of the Commonwealth. And anybody coming into my administration, they will have to sign a waiver too that they also will not. My three opponents, each one is in line to collect a big state pension. I will never, and anybody in my administration, again, they won't either. I'm looking to cut back the size of state government by absolutely just axing certain bureaucracies. The Department of Capital Asset Management, which does the work of other organizations. It's basically a $30 million budget. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. So we're going to have to do the right thing that you do in business. And anybody here that's been in business, big business, small business, if you run an institution, you work on a church board, or you run a household, you've had to cut back over the last few years. Government has taken all that money and just grown itself. We have to tame that beast that's called state government. Some of the other things that we're going to go after, certainly, and I am so happy about this, is that we've gotten over 77,000 signatures to put, it will be question 1 on the ballot in November 2010, which will be a rollback of the state sales tax, a rollback, not to 5%, but to 3%. To 3%. That will really be a stimulus for the rest of us here. And if you do business in any one of the regions around the Commonwealth, if you down low by Rhode Island, their sales tax is 7%. Can you imagine if we're at 3%, what it will do for small business coming across the state to Massachusetts to buy here? Or out in Connecticut, where it's just a little bit less than that. Or out in New York, where it's just about 9%. We're at 3%, they're at 9%. We'll even be closer to New Hampshire, who's at 0%. But being at 3% is a lot better than being 6.25% that we have right now. The Center for Smaller Government claims that we will generate 39,000 jobs, hundreds of millions of dollars in new investment. And that's something to be proud of. Something to be proud of. What it will give the average Massachusetts taxpayer back $688 per annum. $688. Money in your pocket. So you get to spend that money. Not to give it to a big fat state bureaucracy and let them squander the money.